A 911 call came into dispatch. I was notified to start for Amity Route 1 for a child with a wound to his back. When I pulled in, the trailer was dark, and I approached the building. When I entered, one of the first things I did pick up was a lot of blood on the couch. As I moved down the hallway, I got to the last room, which was a bedroom. So I stuck my head through the opening and looked down, and I saw a deceased child. At that point, another officer yelled to me. There was a male adult body underneath an old chicken coop.
His body was in a bit of an odd position. It was almost as if he had tried to escape or get away from the threat.
At this point, one of the troopers noticed a third body laying in tall grass right there in the driveway. There were so many stab wounds. He had a major gash across his throat. It looked as if his head was almost decapitated at this point. They found 3 beer bottles that were sitting on the cupboard. So we have 2 adult males that are dead. Is the killer responsible for the third beer? Also in the cupboard, we found an ashtray.
Bob Strout and his wife lived a short distance down the road on Route 1, and Detective Dale Keegan and I knocked on the door and basically told them what had taken place. They expressed that it was a terrible thing and how bad it was, but there wasn't a whole lot of emotion or sympathy, which just came across as odd to me.
When the detectives left Bob Strout's house, they pounded on doors, but there was a lack of leads. Someone had killed 3 people, and we have no clue who did it.
A few days into the investigation, we had a caller who described seeing smoke not far from the scene. Investigators went down to that location and discovered the clearing in the wood where Jeffrey Ryan's pickup truck was located and had been set on fire. Also, we had a witness that saw a maroon-colored pickup truck nearby where Jeff's truck was found one day after the murders that they felt looked like Bob Strout's truck, and that it looked like Bob and a young male were in the pickup truck.
We also learned that Bob Strout left the area after the murder and traveled down to New Hampshire. When we arrived at Bob Strout's house to speak with him, one of the questions we had for Bob was, why did you go to New Hampshire? And he said, yeah, you're right. I went down to drop Thayne off down there and left him there. This is the first time any of us ever heard of the name Thayne. So, obvious question, who is Thayne? Bob said that Thayne Ormsby was a friend of the family. Thayne was staying up here for a couple of weeks, living with Bob, and was up here at the time of the murder.
And your name is Thayne?
Thayne.
I'm going to apologize. I'm going to call you the wrong name before we die. I think I've only been home a few minutes since this whole thing occurred, so we're a little tired. I'm lousy with names, and if I ask you stupid questions, I apologize. I'm not trying to be stupid, all right? So, have you ever been down to Jeff's house?
Once.
Well, tell me about that.
I came down just to ask about work. He could help me find work. And he said he couldn't find me anything, but he had a beer with me.
Was Jason there during this time? Did he have a beer too, or is he there?
Nope. I never met Jason. Never met Jeff's son.
Okay, one of the things that we are asking for everyone that's been up in there, especially who's ever been to Jeff's house and stuff, is to rule people out. So we'd like to take some DNA samples. Would you be willing to give that?
Yes.
We got the DNA results back within a couple of days, and we were able to confirm that the DNA in that beer bottle, along with the fingerprints on that beer bottle, matches Thayne Ormsby.
So what about this case here? We'll start about the beginning here. What type of person you think would do this?
No, I haven't given that much thought. But, I mean, cold.
Okay.
With no love for life.
Most people will say a monster would do this. To kill a 10-year-old kid, the guy's a monster. And someone that did it just kind of play, I don't know. I guess I haven't given it much thought.
How are you, Bob? Told you we'd probably be back. Here we are. I'd like to talk about Thayne a little bit.
Oh.
How long have you known Thayne?
Oh, Lord, we've known Thayne a lot of years.
Do you consider Thayne family? I mean,
Oh,
is it that
yes.
close?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So that explains coming
Oh,
to
yeah.
stay with you.
Oh, yeah.
That's not out of the ordinary.
No,
To help.
no.
What we have learned, Bob, is that Thayne is involved in this.
All right, there's no sense. I can't take it anymore. I really can't. This is built up enough. I can tell you the truth.
Can we talk about it?
Come with me.
Let's go. Something?
Thayne came through this path right here with his bicycle, and I'm looking, and he's puffing and panting, and he was all blood all over here. I said, what happened? And he says, I've killed him. I said, killed who? You know? And he says, I killed Jeff Ryan. What did you kill him for? I just killed him. He says, I've killed them all.
This is the first time I've cried.
Yeah, it's a lot to process. Where do you want to start?
He was nice to me, which makes it strange,
Right,
but I did have it out for him.
you did.
Yes.
When did it turn from everything going fine to not so much? He say something to you? Did he?
No. No.
Did he have to?
No.
No.
I know what happened. I want to see if you can tell me what happened.
If I can tell you what happened. I killed him. Obviously, this is premeditated murder, is the term you used for it.
I don't know.
Yes, it is.
It is?
It is.
Did you go there planning to kill him?
My plan was to kill Jeff Ryan and leave no witnesses and evidence.
Okay.
Right. Unfortunately, Jason was there.
Fortunately, Jason and Jesse were there.
So you kill him outside. What happens then? You have a lot of blood on you at this point.
At this point, I'm in a mode. I'm scared, and I have to finish what I started.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind,
Mm-hmm.
it was a job. It was like a hit to me.
Mm-hmm. What I'd like to have you do, if you're willing to, would you be willing to write us a statement?
I can do my best.
You can do your best.
Pull up my chair, or this has got to be the strangest statement you've ever received.
What did you do it for?
Honestly, I did it to test myself,
To test yourself?
to see if I was proficient. I spent my childhood wanting to be a soldier.
I guess a case like this will always have questions of why. Why would he go down there to kill Jeff? It made absolutely no sense to me.
What he did was horrible. It was horrible. But we had accomplished what we wanted to accomplish. We reached the end goal, and the end goal is for him to confess to the murders.
Good luck to you. May God have mercy on your soul.
For the murder of Jeffrey Ryan, it is my sad but solemn duty to sentence you to life in prison. For the murder of Jesse Ryan, it is my sad but solemn duty to sentence you to life in prison. For the murder of Jason DeHaan, it is my sad but solemn duty to sentence you to life in prison.
Thayne was convicted. He gets sentenced to 3 consecutive life terms, plus 15 years for the arson.
As far as justice for the victims, you can't bring them back. And they were robbed of their lives, but their family members were robbed of their future.